Welcome to our course, Going to New York, where we are going to learn idioms. So we have a few more for you today. Remember, idioms are expressions that are not to be taken literally. They can be hard to guess, but they are used by native English speakers about every 2 minutes. So they are words that we put together and they are set. You can't change them or substitute words or create a different order. How do you learn idioms? Because they can be challenging. Through dialogue, that's the best way. So today in Dialogue 15 of Going to New York, our two main characters, Takashi and Mateus, decide to ditch their classmates and do their own thing. They find themselves in the middle of New York City. So we're going to listen to their conversation. Remember, you always want to do 4 things in each of the episodes. Listen first, I'll play the audio for you, and then read the exact matching. So you can find a friend, or if you have a tutor, or even someone you're related to that wants to read with you. And then you should do the matching. We'll do that together, the idiom matching, to make sure you know each definition. And then you should listen again or reread again for total comprehension. Ready? Let's play the audio.
Are you sure you know the way to this restaurant? Let's ask someone to be on the safe side.
Trust me for once.
I could have sworn Mrs. Crabtree said the M-Line subway. A map would come in handy.
Why are you always second-guessing me?
Following directions isn't your strong suit.
Look, if worst comes to worst, we'll just skip the class dinner and catch a movie instead.
Now you're talking. I'm up for popcorn for dinner anyway.
That's not a bad idea. I'm sick of Italian food.
Join the club. Besides, I'm watching my waistline.
Very funny. Do you think Mrs. Crabtree will be mad if we're a no-show?
It will serve her right for suggesting a pricey restaurant in the middle of nowhere.
How much of the dialogue did you understand? Go ahead now and read the exact transcript that you heard. Take a look at the words. Read with a tutor if you have one, a teacher, a family member, or a friend. If you'd like the ebook with all 20 dialogues plus audio, I'll link it down below. Now do the matching exercise. Okay, we're trying to match be on the safe side, trust someone for once, could have sworn, come in handy, second guess, strong suit, worst comes to worst, catch a movie, now you're talking, be up for, sick of, join the club, watch one's waistline, very funny, no show, serve someone right, pricey, middle of nowhere. So we have quite a few in this episode. Let's go. We're going to start on the right side with A, to be tired of or annoyed with something. That matches with 11, sick of. You're not literally sick, it's just an expression. B, to be almost certain of something, almost certain. 3, you could have sworn. Could have sworn. Sworn, past of swear. C, a sarcastic expression used to say something is not funny. So you're going to use some sarcasm here, and it's not funny. So let's take a look. C matches with 14. Very funny. So you're saying very funny, but sarcastically. So it said very funny. D, to see a movie in a theater. See a movie in a theater. That matches with 8, catch a movie. E, to get the bad treatment one deserves. So you actually deserve it. So that is 16, serve someone right. So that matches with E. So we might say serve you right, like you deserve it. To be extra cautious just in case. So F matches with 1. Be on the safe side, extra cautious. So maybe you don't think it's going to rain, but you might bring an umbrella just to be safe, or you might drive slower. It's starting to rain, you might drive slower to be on the safe side, extra cautious. G, to want to do something, you want to do it. That matches with 10, be up for. So you might say, oh, I'm up for lunch today with you. I'm up for planting flowers in the garden, something like that. H, expensive, matches with 17, pricey, or expensive. I, a person who doesn't attend a scheduled event. So it is scheduled and they don't come. So they are a no-show, number 15. Maybe like a date, you hear that often, like with a date, no-show, or maybe an interview, the person was a no-show. J, an isolated, difficult to reach place. So it's isolated and difficult. So it matches with 18, middle of nowhere. You have to remember that it's just an expression, it's an idiom. So is it literally in the middle of nowhere? No. Just because it was difficult to find, or maybe it's not in the city center, for example. So it's not literally isolated, literally so difficult to find, like on the top of a mountain, but it's just an expression to exaggerate how difficult it was to find the place. Let's go to K, to be careful about what you eat. So if you're very careful, you're watching your waistline. It matches with 13. So remember your waistline. We had this before in previous lessons. Your waistline is where your belt is, right? The waist, that's what you watch, your stomach area. So you're watching it, not literally, but you're careful about what you're eating. All right, L, we're getting there. Something you are good at. Something you are good at. It matches with 6, strong suit. So you could say it's my strong suit. Maybe you're good at tennis. Tennis is your strong suit. Maybe you're good at fixing computers. Fixing computers is my strong suit. M, if the worst thing possible happens. So the worst thing could happen. That is 7. Worst comes to worst. It doesn't necessarily mean the worst thing is going to happen because we see if. So we're thinking, oh man, what could be the most terrible, worst experience or outcome? If worst comes to worst, maybe you're having a difficult time at your job. You say, if worst comes to worst, I'll quit. Right? It's the worst possible outcome. And you are now saying something I agree with. So 9, now you're talking. And that's actually what we say. Now you're talking? So maybe you want to take a vacation and maybe your husband or wife says, you know what? Let's go to Hawaii. Now you're talking. I agree with you. That's where I want to go. Wonderful idea. Oh, a phrase said when a person doesn't believe you. They don't believe you. It's a phrase that they say. Okay, so let's take a look. It's a phrase said when a person doesn't believe you. Trust someone for once. Isn't that interesting? So you might say, trust me for once. Like they don't believe you. You're trying to convince them. And then you say, just, trust me for once. It's not literal. Maybe they do trust you overall. But with this particular thing or idea, they need more convincing. So you might say, trust me for once. P, to doubt a person's judgment. Doubting their judgment. That matches with 5. Second guess. Okay, so you doubt them. And 2 left, so we did great. Q, we are in the same situation. Same situation. Join the club. Join the club. So maybe you're looking for a job and another friend of yours is looking for a job. You're in the same situation. So you might say to them, yeah, join the club. All right, and last one, R, to be useful. To be useful. We only have one left, and that is for come in handy. Right, so maybe it's snowing and you have a shovel in the back of your car. You're trying to leave work. Oh, I'm so glad I have my shovel. It came in handy. So anything that is useful in that moment in time or situation. If you have any questions, we had quite a bit. Some of them are review from previous episodes. I'm hoping you're remembering these idioms. And as you've heard me say before, any native will know them. Ask any native, what does come in handy mean? What does strong suit mean? They will know. So you should know these too. Now go ahead and reread the dialogue or listen again to see if you can comprehend 100% of the conversation. I hope you enjoyed lesson 15. Come back for lesson 16. We're almost complete with our idiom course. If you missed any of the episodes, don't worry. Everything is linked below. I have the playlist there from episode 1, which will go eventually all the way to episode 20. You can also download the PDF and audio for a very small fee. See you in the next video.